Now it's time for a game called OK Stop. We'll roll a clip. Panel can say OK Stop at any point to comment. John Kerry. Earlier this week, he testified before a House Committee on Climate Change when Kentucky Representative Thomas Massie decided to question John Kerry's credentials. It was wild.
It sounds like you're questioning the credentials of the president's advisors currently, but I don't think we should question your credentials today. Isn't it true you have a science degree from Yale?
Bachelor of Arts degree.
Is it a political science degree?
Yes, political science.
So how do you get a Bachelor of Arts in a science?
Okay, stop.
Oh, Lordy.
So,
Not the answer he was looking for. Although, what was?
it's a member of Congress.
You pay him. Every one of you pay his salary.
I also want you all to know something, because we're here in Boston. Did a little digging on this fellow. He got a degree at one of your mid-tier schools here in Boston called the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. This man's a goddamn scientist.
That is an MIT grad?
Every time.
Shame on you.
Ben Carson hits the national stage, I discover that brain surgery is easier than I thought it was. Howard Schultz runs for president, I discover running Starbucks is easier than I thought it was. What are they doing over there at MIT?
Well, it's liberal arts education and degree. It's a bachelor.
Okay, so it's not really science. So I think it's somewhat appropriate.
Okay, stop. Vietnam veteran John Kerry wants to serve his country even more. He gets a political science degree. But it's not science. I mean,
I just thought, like, poor John Kerry sitting there. It was like Vietnam veteran, senator, presidential nominee, secretary of state, and now I'm explaining to this douchebag what a liberal arts degree is. Because he doesn't understand what a Bachelor of Science is.
John Kerry has faced down the Viet Cong, President Bush. Now he has come eye to eye with stupid.
Yeah, now he's a college counselor for a fifth-year senior on the lacrosse team, trying to figure out what the hell he wants to do with his life.
With a pseudoscience degree is here pushing pseudoscience.
Okay, stop. Listen, I do think it's fair to call a political science degree from Yale pseudoscience. I think that is one, we got to play it straight, all right? I don't like where he goes with it. I don't like his aims. I don't like this guy, I'll be honest. But we can tell the truth about a BA in political science.
if it were as a BA in American Studies, even a little wishy-washier than that, I think if he had said a BA in economics, we would say that's a dismal science, it's made stuff up. Political science is, I think, something he should respect as a politician. Every time he looks at his campaign's polls, that's part of political science.
Okay.
Our committee today. I want to ask you.
Are you serious? I mean, this is really serious happening here.
Let's get back to
Okay,
the
stop.
He gets so pissed.
Now you applaud for John Kerry.
I know. That John Kerry's like, that's the line I should have used at that debate with George Bush.
I was going to say, that is the funniest John Kerry has ever been in his whole fucking life.
That's the rudest thing a Boston Brahmin has ever said.
Yeah.
It's so harsh.
It's also a pent-up, are you serious? I think he's meant to say, are you serious, since he was swift-boated. Like, it's just like, are you serious? Is
Everyone,
huge
are you serious, all of you?
of it.
But it's not science. You're not quoting science.
Well, you're the science expert. You got the political science degree.
We now know that definitively at no point during the past 800,000 years has atmospheric CO2 been as high as it is today.
The reason you chose 800,000 years ago is because for 200 million years before that, it was greater than it is today. And I'm going to submit for the record.
Yeah, but there weren't human beings. I mean, there was a different world, folks. We didn't have
Okay,
stop.
Really tripped up the MIT grad, didn't he?
It's we're gonna boil alive on this planet, and it's all time we make preparations.
Yeah.
No, I think it's also like I don't know this Massey fellow, and I don't know what led him to public office, to a career of serving his home. But I don't think Massey believes he's a tool of a large corporate propaganda effort designed for moments just like this. I believe he is, at least in some way, believing he is an angry MIT scientist. Again, thanks a lot, Boston. Really crushing it. Representing a...
I knew they were going to do
Cambridge.
that.
Cambridge. You're saying Cambridge. You're saying Cambridge. You're saying Cambridge, and fair enough. Fair enough. Really is
It's a whole nother state.
really is
Cambridge.
a Sauron evil eye up there.
Fair.
Like, an entire apparatus of propaganda has been built over decades to lead to this moment of John Kerry faithfully and honestly trying to relay science to an engineer who wants no part of it.
To a lump of coal come to life.
Yeah.
Become a congressman.
No, but it's just a reminder, too, that so much of this is not about persuasion of someone like this, that there's nothing John Kerry could say in this moment to persuade this someone to believe the truth, because his entire career, his entire livelihood depends on making sure his job is to act embarrassed on behalf of John
And
Kerry.
that's 2019.
But there's a broader point here, which is there is a connection between this gentleman serving in Congress and asking these questions, Donald Trump being president, and Fox News' dominance on the right. It has created an incentive for stupidity, right? There is not an argument to be made. It is to basically act as dumb as you possibly can, and that will get you plaudits, retweets, cable spots from the dumbest people in America who currently run America.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get to 2,000 parts per million if we humans weren't here.
Because there were all kinds of geologic events happening on Earth which spewed
Did
up.
geology stop when we got on the planet?
Mr. Chairman, this is just not a serious conversation.
Your testimony is not
Okay,
serious.
stop.
Oh, my.
Let's hear it for John Kerry.
Let's hear for
great.
John Kerry. Yeah.
That was good.
John Kerry.
John Kerry putting a big win on the board, and that's okay. Stop.